Good evening, good evening, good evening, Sports-A-Delic. Hey, I'm going to be giving you a breakdown of the NFC matchups tomorrow. And I'm telling you right now, we have a whole bunch of lookalikes. Hey, what's going on, Sports-A-Delics? I'm Rima. Yay! If you would, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Please like, share the video with all of your friends and family and any and everyone that you think might appreciate some good sports commentary. Okay, I'm going to break down two games that will be played tomorrow on the NFC side. We have the Giants going up against the Cowboys. Now, this game, there's been a lot of build-up because this is the game where Dak Prescott had that horrific season-ending injury with his ankle. I told you I didn't understand why there was so much, animosity building up. Dak's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and, the Giants are out to duplicate whatever they did. But it really was an honest accident. I think naturally going into the game, Dak wants to perform well. I'm sure everyone on the field does. But if they've created some extra mojo to go in there and beat down the Giants, again, I guess so be it. Now, the interesting thing is, every time the Dallas Cowboys have any amount of success, no matter how tiny, the fans start chirping about not just going to the Super Bowl, but winning the Super Bowl. So that's what all the chirping is about. And you got the commentators, everyone's like, oh my God, that Dallas defense looks so good. And that Dan Quinn, has turned him into the Legion of Boom 2.0. You remember he had that Legion of Doom out there in Seattle when they won the Super Bowl. And they were awesome, no doubt about it. But now this is the new version of that same defense. Therefore, they're going to go to the Super Bowl. But, we're talking about the Cowboys here. We're talking about the Cowboys. They will squander whatever opportunity that they get presented with to actually become a real bona fide Super Bowl contender. It's just who they are. Now, the defense looks good, right? But if we peel back the actual numbers, and that's what we're getting ready to do, we're going to peel back the numbers, you're going to see that they're really not that good. Numbers don't lie. But what I'm going to do is first go over the Giants. I'm going to go over their total offense thus far, leading into week 5. And I'm going to go into their defense. Basically, I'm going to do a comparison to see if their defense is helping their offense. Okay? And I'm going to do the same for Dallas. The Giants, they're ranked 14th in total yards. Right now, going into week 5, they're averaging 384 total yards of offense. Their defense is ranked 22nd, and they're giving up 382 yards a game. That's a +2 differential. That stat right there alone lets you know that the Giants' defense isn't doing anything to help their offense, period. The Giants are averaging a little over 100 yards per game rushing, right around 102. But the defense is allowing 123 yards per game. Here we go again. Defense don't appear that they're helping their offense. They're ranked 7th in passing yards per game, and that's not bad. 7th is not bad out of 32 teams at 282 yards a clip. Their defense is ranked 20th, giving up 260 yards. So here we go. Peeling back the layers. It's not looking good. They're averaging 21 points a game. But their defense is giving up 23 points a game. Now, I know you're thinking, well, yeah, they're going up against Dallas. And Dallas, puts up a lot of points. But when we start to peel back their numbers, you'll see where those opportunities are. This game truly could go either way. It could go either way because both quarterbacks coming in the game have a QBR that just separates one another, a few tenths of a point. Whereas you got Daniel Jones coming in at 59.7. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, they're averaging 42% conversion rate on third down. And that's not very good, and it's not horrible either. So they know they can't get to third down because only about 42% of the time that they get that first down. So that's really not good. So they want to try to stay away from that. Now, I'm giving you the basic breakdown of the offense and defense thus far leading into week 5 for the Giants. Now we're going to move to Dallas. Dallas offense is ranked 3rd, 422 yards a game. They're doing it. But their defense is also doing it because the defense is giving up 396 yards a game. Almost 400 yards per game. So that means Daniel Jones and that offense are going to have some opportunities against that defense. That's exactly what that means. But Dallas has been running the ball down people's throat, 165 yards a game, and that's ranked 2nd, and that's damn good. It is, no question about it. And their defense is holding it down as it relates to the rushing yards per game. They're only giving up about 80 yards a game, which is 6th in the league. And by all accounts, that is excellent. What that's saying is, Giants, if you're going to get it done, you're not going to get it done rushing the ball. Your best chance is passing against that defense because obviously they're giving up 259 yards. So there'll be some opportunities. Now, here's the other thing. Dallas is 14th passing at 255 yards a game. Now, again, I know you've heard all the rah about Dak and how good he looks and he's throwing the ball, slinging it everywhere. My honest take on Dak is that he's a zone buster. I don't think that he's demonstrated on a consistent level that he can move around in the pocket and throw darts down the field in tight windows or those beautiful Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers type teardrops just over the shoulder. I don't think that he can do that on a consistent basis. And so I think that the best thing that the Giants can try to do is get Dak, to move around. I'm not making light of his injury, but I would definitely test to see if that ankle is truly ready, for the pounding and the punishment. But don't just let him stand back there. He's going to get it done. Now, oddly enough, Dallas defense, is ranked 31st. That's overall defense. They're ranked 31st at 315 yards a game. Now, Trayvon Diggs, he's doing his thing. 5 interceptions. He has an opportunity to break the Hall of Fame record held by none other than Deion Sanders, who obviously had an excellent, brilliant career, with the Cowboys. It took Deion the whole season to get those 5. This young man has 5 already going into week 5. So he has an opportunity to not just break this record, but he has an opportunity to probably put it out of reach. Because like I said, he's a ball hawk. He's been doing his thing. But overall, now that we've peeled back the true layers, that defense isn't as legion of doom, boom, as, people want you to think that it is. They're averaging 31 points a game. Dallas, 31 points a game. Now, I told you earlier that the Giants are averaging 21 points. I don't know where they're going to make up those 10 points. I just don't see enough going on with the Giants to make up that 10-point difference. So what these numbers are saying is the Giants can't even score enough. Independent of whatever happens on their defense, their offense can't even put up enough points to try to compete and keep them in the game and, God forbid, win. But Dallas defense is giving up 24 points a game. So again, there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for both teams. I don't think that it's just going to be a massacre blowout that people are anticipating. Because again, if you get caught up in the mystique, it's Dallas, America's team and the Legion of Boom and all. If you get caught up in all of that, then yeah, you probably will get blown out. But just like I've gone over these stats, I can promise you those coaches are going over these stats with both teams. So they are fully aware. Now, what the Giants, again, is going to do to bridge that 10 points per game gap that they have, I don't know. But that leads me to my theory of what I think is going to happen. My keys to the game. If you would, though, please hit the subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you share me. Now, I think for the Giants to beat Dallas, they're going to have to get Saquon Barkley, the big horse running back that they have. They got to get him out on the flats. They got to create space. Dallas has to be mindful because this young man cannot just catch out of the backfield. He can catch all the way down there in the end zone. So they're going to have to really be disciplined and paying attention, to a lot of the play action going on, because I noticed the last game in particular with the Giants, they put Saquon Barkley in space and they were airing the ball out to him down the field. So I think finally, the coaches over there caught on, because that's what he pretty much used to do at Penn State. Because when you get out in space, it could be a long day for Dallas defense. The other key, I think that they have to make Dak move. Like I said, they cannot let him stand back there and just pick. They can't do that. If they do that, they're going to get blowed up and they're going to get blown out. Make no bones about it. So those are the keys for, I think, the Giants to get it done. Now, in order for Dallas to get it done, they got to stay away from these long third down conversions. That's when Dallas really struggles on offense, when they get behind the sticks. When they get to the 3-7, 3-8, 3-11, you really don't want Dak throwing the ball, 40, 50, 60 times a game. because that pretty much says you're one-dimensional. But right now, that running attack is strong. Like I said, 165 yards. It's not just Ezekiel Elliott. It's that young man, Pollard. Speaking of which, that's why Ezekiel has stepped up. That's why Zeke is running hard. That's why Zeke has gotten in shape and started treating his body like the professional machine that it is. Because he got somebody that really let him know, I'm here to take your job. So I wouldn't be surprised by next season or the season after if Pollard is who he appears to be, then they're probably going to cut, ties with Dak. But if the Cowboys stay away from long third down conversions, it's going to be hard for the Giants. And then, like I said, just run. Because I told you, their defense is giving up 123 yards a game on the ground. So that just means if you blink your eyes, you're going to get 123. If you make a concerted effort to run, that's easily going to be pushed over 200 yards. So those are the keys that I think Dallas need to go with in order to just go ahead and wipe out the Giants, okay? Now, I wanted to also address the Russell Wilson injury. He ruptured, finger on his throwing hand. And by all accounts, it's over. For whatever they wanted to do this season, Geno Smith is not that dude. You remember Geno was running his mouth in the locker room when he was the starter up there with the Jets, and the guy busted him in the mouth and, broke his jaw, and he's been a backup ever since. I don't even think this guy is serviceable. He came in the game and had a couple of sparkly moments or whatever, but that offense is designed for Russell Wilson. Therefore, he can't just really come in there and do what Russell Wilson does. But Russell, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, hey, Sports-A-Delics over here wish you a speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. You're scheduled to be out 4 to 8 weeks. Geno is out there for 4 to 8 weeks. So that means we're looking at, on the short end, 4 losses and 8 on the long end. So we all want to see you get back. Nobody wants you back more than your team, I'm sure. Just don't think Geno's going to get it done. I apologize, Geno, if you're listening. But, come on, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Come on. Now I'm going to move on to the Saints in Washington. This is the worst passing offense going up against the worst passing defense. The Saints are terrible passing the ball. Washington is terrible at stopping the pass. That's the key to the game. If the Saints can pass the ball, Washington is going to get blowed up and blowed out. If the passing defense shows up, then the Saints are going to lose. It's just that cut and dry. When you're going up the worst against the worst and they're opposing offense and defense like that, it's just whoever, not stinky, that's who's going to win the game. Just that cut and dry. Now, I do know that right now as we speak, there's a barn burner going on with Alabama and Texas A&M. So there might be another upset because we do know that Penn State was upset. So I'm going to give you, a little taste on that, all the upsets that took place in collegiate football. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you would, hit that subscribe, like me, share me, and I definitely want to hear your comments. If you want to know what I'm going in on, Zeno, Nicaraguan, tasty little doohickey. Hey, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you for being a Sports-A-Delic.